Hey, what's up? This is the Sports Post Podcast. It is Jag Manga for June the 15th, 2021, folks. Over the weekend, had a lot of news. First off, let's go with last night's games. You had the Phoenix Suns, or I think that was the day before. Yeah, it was the day before. LA Clippers defeated the Utah Jazz, the beat up Utah Jazz. The Utah Jazz without Mike Conley, the Utah Jazz that Donovan Mitchell has a sprained ankle. So LA Clippers beat him. They tied the series. You had Milwaukee Bucks defeating the beat up Brooklyn Nets. If you saw the replay, you could tell that Giannis, I, he didn't know. He went to go get the rebound, and his foot came underneath Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving fell on top of, his foot fell on Giannis's leg, causing him to have a sprained ankle. If you saw that, that was a very, very bruised and just nasty sprained ankle. I think he's out for a lot longer. They just will not say that. And now you have Harden, who's injured. He's not playing in Game 5, which is tonight. You have Kyrie Irving, who is not playing in Game 5 tonight. So you have Kevin Durant as the lone superstar taking on Giannis, Drew, and Chris Middleton, PJ Tucker. So you have a lot of those guys taking on Kevin Durant. And Kevin Durant's just got to basically use his supporting cast to define his legacy tonight, because it's on the line, guaranteed. You if you claim you're the best player in the world, so you have to prove it. So tonight will be a monumental game for him as he moves forward and tries to beat the Milwaukee Bucks tonight in Game 5. That's in Brooklyn, by the way. Also, you have Montreal Canadiens, as you can tell right now, taking on Las Vegas Golden Knights. Golden Knights actually defeated them 4-1, taking the first game. And before that, you had the New York Islanders defeating Tampa Bay, and that series is 1-0 as well. So basically, now you have the New York Islanders up on Tampa Bay Lightning 1-0. And remember, they faced off in the bubble last year with Tampa Bay winning, and you just got to think that Islanders are pretty much out for revenge, which they will get. And that game tips off tonight as well. Also tonight, like I said, is the Brooklyn Nets taking on the Milwaukee Bucks. Last night also you had the Atlanta Hawks and the Philadelphia 76ers. Atlanta Hawks defeating the Philadelphia 76ers to make it 2 apiece. Now they're headed back to Philadelphia, and if you saw the replay, you tell that Joel Embiid is favoring his knee. That is not a good sign, because you definitely need Joel Embiid. And if the last play by Joel Embiid, he went up for the open layup and he missed. Usually he does not do that. So clearly he's favoring his leg, his knee, and things are not well in Philadelphia. So this game could go 7 games. And with the Brooklyn Nets, same thing, 7 games. With the Utah series, you have Utah heading, the Jazz and Clippers heading back to Utah. And that is a tough arena to play in. Utah had all the pressures on Utah right now because they lost 2 straight. And we all know what happened with LA Clippers and Dallas. They lost 2 straight and came back to defeat the Dallas Mavericks in 7 games. So Donovan Mitchell has to play like his last game, like Allen Iverson said, because this all depends on Donovan Mitchell and the Utah Jazz. Will Mike Conley be back? We don't know. I feel like I haven't seen Mike Conley lately, just because of the hamstring issue, but I don't know how much longer he'll be out. Also, you have Kawhi Leonard, who tweaked his knee yesterday. So he says he's good to go, but who knows? Health is a big factor in these playoffs because a short off season, and yeah, it's the scheduling. It's pretty horrendous on guys' careers and health, and basically, it's not good. So let's take a look at the coaching situation here. Mike D'Antoni is being considered for the Portland Trailblazers job. So with Chauncey Billups. So with Becky Hammon from San Antonio Spurs. Jason Kidd is supposed to be interviewing for the Orlando Magic job and the Boston Celtics job. Also, you have, no, I don't get this at all. Mike D'Antoni is actually being considered for the Milwaukee Bucks job, coaching job. You haven't even fired Mike Budenholzer because he's still playing, and B, you're up against the guy in a series. So I don't understand that at all. But who knows? So the main thing I want to talk about is Dallas Mavericks superstar in the making, Luka Doncic. Now, there was a report yesterday saying that he was basically not happy in Dallas, was going to sign the max, and there could be a chance that he is going to leave. Now, if that's the case, if I'm Dallas, I'm trading the guy because he has an issue with one of the executives. And if you have an issue with one of the executives, you either fire the executive or you just trade Luka Doncic. Most likely you're gonna fire the executive, but who knows what's gonna happen. Basically, Max Kellerman said, it's probably a false story, but I have a hard time believing that because it is not peachy keen in Dallas because you have Kristaps Porzingis. He's very unhappy with his role, and I'm pretty sure he would be wanting a trade. Now you have Luka Doncic, who is unhappy with his role and unhappy with management, I guess. So he would most likely want out. That's just my opinion. If you're Dallas, you might want to do that quick here because he played an unbelievable game. You're going to get one hell of a package for Dallas for Luka Doncic. So you might as well trade the guy. Now, on the other hand, you have Phoenix Suns. Phoenix Suns, they have Chris Paul. Now, Chris Paul, this is the first time in a long time going to the Western Conference Finals. I think the last time was when he was with Houston, and he was playing against the Golden State Warriors. He ended up getting a hamstring injury. However, he is up 4-0. Him and the Phoenix Suns, they're resting, and they definitely need that rest, especially with his shoulder, the one that he hurt in the Lakers series. So look for him to be working on medically, and just resting up for the Western Conference Finals. Whoever that may be, might be Utah Jazz, might be the Clippers, who knows? But I think the Phoenix Suns will definitely not only be in the finals. I had a feeling like Phoenix Suns would be in the finals. But with Kyrie Irving going down, and who knows how bad his ankle is because it looked really bad. I just think due to health, Phoenix Suns will overtake the Brooklyn Nets if they ever make it to the finals now. And Phoenix Suns would be basically winning their first championship. This is Jag Mangat for the Sports Post podcast. Tune in tonight for the Vegas Montreal game, or for the Islanders Tampa Bay game, and the Nets versus Milwaukee Bucks game. Jag Mangat Sports Post Podcast. It is June 15th, 2021.